This was the year when a plucky pensioner and a once troubled star were among the biggest draws at the box office. But who will be stealing all the thunder in the next 12 months? Well, this guide to some of the big movies of 2009 may just give you the answer. Remember this? That was a fresh-faced Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet back in Titanic. Well, it's taken 12 years and Kate's husband, Sam Mendes, to get this winning combination back together. Revolutionary Road sees them starring as a couple, which meant the filmmaker had to oversee love scenes with his wife and the Hollywood heartthrob.
Sam was brilliant. If he did feel awkward about it, he did a very good job of hiding it. He really did. I remember him yelling from the next room, grab her thigh. Really grab her thigh. Okay, that's not strange at all. Okay.
It's being released just ahead of awards season, and word on the grapevine, according to Total Film's Aubrey Day, is that it may be in with a shout.
There's Oscar buzz for both the actors' performances, and we'll get a chance to see for ourselves in January.
He was last seen in tank top and tan shoes in 40s drama Brideshead Revisited. Well, it's fast forward about 4 decades for Matthew Good, whose next role is in Watchmen. It's an adaptation of the cult graphic novel of the same name and features a bunch of superheroes. But don't lump this in with your X-Men or anything else with tight spandex for that matter.
What if that's why someone wants us out of the way?
Okay, so I was lying a bit on the tight outfit front, but it offers lots more besides.
It has been described as the Citizen Kane of comic book movies. It's based on a very sombre, serious, hard-hitting comic book that kind of revolutionised the way comic books were perceived. And in fact, Time magazine put it in its 100 greatest novels of all time.
I've got to ask you about Star Trek. Is it a
Can't tell you anything.
Honestly, it's been like trying to get blood out of a Simon Pegg-shaped stone for the last year. But we're finally going to be able to see what all the fuss is about. The umpteenth Star Trek movie will be making its way into cinemas around May.
You will always be a child of two worlds, and fully capable of deciding your own destiny.
Director J.J. Abrams committed what some fans consider sacrilege by saying he wasn't a Trekkie as a kid and preferred Star Wars. So his latest blockbuster promises to be a reinvention.
They're saying it's not going to be cheesy like the TV show. It's going to be a lot more cinematic and expansive in scope. And I imagine there will be, amongst a certain crowd of people, a lot of anticipation for that film.
J.K. Rowling's got a lot to answer for. Expect more dressing up and potty behaviour when Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince hit screens next summer.
What you are looking at are memories, in this case pertaining to one individual. This is perhaps the most important memory I've collected.
Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson and Rupert Grint were meant to be unveiling their 6th adventure in 2008, and there's a theory going around about why this was changed.
You know, the rumour is that Warner's had so much money in the bank from The Dark Knight, they could afford to hold him back until this year. I don't know if that's true or not, but it'd be a nice position to be in.
And be afraid, be very afraid, that this time they're determined to leave you with chills.
I can speak to snakes too. They find me. Whisper things.
Now, calling all the boys.
It's a robot.
Thought that might get your attention, as it's time for this foxy lady alongside Shia LaBeouf in Transformers 2.
Megan's back, bending over in skimpy clothing, I'm sure, and the robots are of course back. Little's known about what to expect from this film, although it's a Michael Bay movie, so I imagine it'll be bigger, more spectacular, possibly even more helicopters than the last one.
And if that's not enough to whet your New Year film appetite, then there's always the 4th Terminator instalment. Don't worry though, Arnie's not in it, but Christian Bale is, so I'm thinking those one-liners may be out.